Several years ago, I reached out to one of my mentors who had trained me when I was just a teenager. And at the time, I was so burned out and I was struggling and I didn't know what to do. I was stressed about my business. I felt like my cup was empty. I was definitely a little bit tired physically. And I had reached one of those points that often happens when you're pursuing your dreams, where I just felt like I didn't have anything left to give. So I was on the phone call with this mentor of mine, and midway through our conversation, after I had told him everything that was going on and everything that was bothering me, he said to me, "You need to look after the golden goose." And I stopped and I thought, I don't even know what he's talking about, right? This mentor of mine had a crazy way of explaining things. But as it turned out, it was incredibly good advice that is still with me today. The way he explained it was that I wasn't looking after the goose that laid the golden eggs. In other words, I hadn't been looking after myself. So I had been expecting my business to work, expecting everything to turn out magically, but at that particular time, I had been ignoring myself. And the way he explained it was that I was neglecting the laws of fair exchange within myself. In other words, I was giving and working and applying myself, but I wasn't taking the time to fill my own cup. Now, I realized at the time he was 100% right, and I knew that I needed to make a change. So we started to discuss some of the non-negotiable habits that I needed to bring back into my life. And those non-negotiable habits were the things that filled my cup, the things that ignited my spirit, and the things that would keep me going no matter what. Now, at the time, those were things like taking a half day off or having a little bit more self-care, taking care of my body better. And today, those things are different. I mean, they change as you go throughout the years. But he helped me to remember those habits that I had forgotten, those essential actions that I needed to take in order to look after the goose that laid the golden eggs. Now, he explained at the time that one of his non-negotiable habits was his morning coffee. So no matter what was going on in his life, no matter if something was up or down or something wasn't working out, and no matter how he was feeling, he would get up and he would go to a cafe and he would have that morning coffee. And he explained that if he didn't do that, then he would start to get a bit tetchy and he would start to get annoyed. And so he recognized the importance of taking care of himself first so that he could do a better job of fulfilling his role in the world. Now, I realized, of course, I needed to do the same thing. So if you're watching this, there's a great chance that you're in that position too, where you also need to remember to put that oxygen mask on yourself before helping other guests and before helping other people. So I want you to reflect on this for yourself today. What can you do that would give you energy right now? What changes do you need to make to your life, to your schedule, or even to the way your business runs that's going to support you better on your path? And what can you do to give back to yourself every single day so that you have more to give to others? I want to remind you that taking care of yourself is the essential foundation of your life. It is not just about physical well-being. It's about spiritual fulfillment. It's about making sure that you are okay on every level. And it is also about making sure that you don't run yourself into the ground. Because believe me, I know from personal experience that the road back from a bad burnout is much harder than it is to start implementing some good habits today that are going to take care of you. So reflect on what you need to do to take care of your golden goose so that you can keep doing what you're doing in the world and make your contribution to the human race. I know you have this in you. You deserve so much more. And what I want from my heart is to see you thriving in every way and on every level. So give that to yourself and watch as your entire life transforms as you express that self-love.